Hey, everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody, it's Kat.
And that's our special guest this week. It's
Angela. Matt and Kat.
We have ripped the professor's cap off of Angela, and we have stuck her in the audience hall with us.
Yep.
Joining us all the way up this week to the 10th floor. Get on out of that waiting room, folks. Climb on into the elevator with us. There's so much to discuss about the happenings of Port Charles this week. Even though it was only 3 episodes because of baseball. Which I'm sure the people who make General Hospital appreciated for 2 reasons. 1, gives them a nice little breather room. 2 episodes, 2 days of the year. We didn't have to put an episode on. And 2, they seem to love baseball. So kudos to them.
Well, to me, it would have made sense to go ahead and put those episodes on Hulu in the evening.
But not everybody has it.
I'm sorry?
Not everybody has it.
That's true.
Not until we get to exclusively on streaming.
Right. And they wouldn't have counted for the ratings. So they really would have been just lost episodes too.
I see.
Because while you're still on network TV, those network ratings matter. Yes. So SAG strike still going on. Writer strike resolved. Over. No longer a concern. No longer an issue. People are back to work, as far as I understand.
All right. Yep. They were
we got those head writers back in there, saying, "Hey, everything that you did during the summer, forget it, dump it." We'll see how it goes.
Did you hear anything about the actor strike? Did they have progression this week?
They negotiated this week. They met 3 or 4 days because I think the first day they met was Tuesday. It could have been Monday, but they met regularly this week. They split off for the weekend to meet just in their own groups, and they're back at it next week.
Discuss the proposals.
So they're still talking. They're ironing things out. I think we'll get a deal soon.
Nice.
I wonder that they may take tomorrow off. It is Columbus Indigenous Day tomorrow.
Yes, but I'm not sure if they're taking it off or not, but I know that they start back up again this week. So
Good.
Well, while they're negotiating, we have a full elevator here, folks. We got Rochelle, we got Chandra, the very hardworking, fabulous Chandra's with us.
We love Chandra.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Earla's with us. Carolyn is here. Liz. Hey, Liz. How's it going? What else we got? There's another name in here. Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Cindis is here. Well, hello, everybody.
You got a new name? I don't recall you hearing that one before.
Cindis has been with us a few times.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I believe this is the first time. At least maybe on Twitter. Maybe I've seen the name on Twitter. I don't know.
Maybe.
Doesn't matter. Welcome to the 10th floor.
No, it
Whether
doesn't
this
matter.
is your first time or
but if it's your first time,
or your 120th time. Doesn't matter.
Say hello if
You could have been with us 120 times. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
It is amazing. Oh my God. Kelly's here. Hey, Kelly, welcome. She squeezed right onto the elevator just as the doors were closing.
Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I put my foot out, Kelly.
Look at that, Melissa, hot on the tails right behind her. Okay, all right, folks, we're warmed up.
You put your foot out, and Matt's pressing the closed button.
He's rotten like that, you know.
I'm not rotten like that. I'm just worried about being in groups of people now. It wasn't a problem before, but now I'm just like, oh, you're too close.
Yeah,
it's more than 4 people. Get away from me. You know.
Oh, Matt, that's true.
It really.
I hear that one, Matt.
It really is. Like even meetings at work where we're like enclosed in the same room, I'm like off in the corner with like paper.
Yeah.
Over my face.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway.
Angela should be the one doing that.
Every morning with the kids, they're like, "Can we play outside before the bus?" I'm like, "Oh, heck yeah. Let's go."
Yeah, please.
We're going to be outside. You guys can be way over there with your little germs. After school, oh yes, it's a lovely day. We're going to play outside so you get picked up.
You know what's super fun, folks? You know, stepping away from General Hospital for a second and stepping away from COVID-19 for even longer. The people who watch us every week and join us, they just love to lean into the fantasy of this whole elevator ride up to the 10th floor with us. And it's something that I appreciate with all of my heart. Because Cinda says, no, I've been on the elevator a few times before. is her answer.
I love it.
And just folks, it warms my little podcast hosting heart. The fact that you have taken to our silliness and have jumped into the fantasy of being here on the 10th floor of the actual General Hospital.
But you can count on us for some silly antics, that's for sure.
And you know what I've noticed too? Ever since we made friends with Fido, boy oh boy, do they make mention of this 10th floor so often. I don't know if it's Fido's influence. I don't know if it's because we're cool. I don't know if there's a writer that likes us. But anytime somebody picks up the phone now, what floor are they on? 10th floor.
10th floor. How may I help you?
10th floor.
10th floor nurses station. Elizabeth Baldwin, how may I help you? You know? I guess we can talk about the show, right?
10th floor, gossipy Amy. How are you?
Hi, it's me, Amy. I'm here on the 10th floor. I can see all because I'm at the top of the hospital. Mary's here. Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary. Kelly missed one episode this week. And when it comes down to it, Kelly, you missed 33% of the offerings.
Sure
in
did.
General Hospital. Things like Sasha winning, Sasha's victory. We all get to celebrate. And if I had put enough thought into this ahead of time, I would have had like streamer animations, music. You know, we can sing. You want to sing that celebration song?
Oh, like Cool in the Gang?
Yeah, the KC and the Sunshine Band or whoever sings it. Go ahead, go.
No. Celebrate good times. Come on.
It's time
Celebration.
Confetti.
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 Earth, Wind, and Fire, not Cool in the Gang.
Oh, whoever sings that. I don't know who sings it. I wasn't alive. Okay? Don't expect me.
I was in high school.
Shoot, I don't even know who sings like today's hits. I don't even know what today's hits are. What are today's hits? What's a popular song now? I don't know. Beyonce?
Yeah, yes.
Uh,
The only thing that's, well, I can't say the only thing that, I like some Ed Sheeran, and he's current.
I don't know. People like that Masked Singer show. We should do like the Masked Soap Star, you know, where we interview somebody in a mask and put a digitized voice on. And at the end, people have to guess who it is we interviewed based on their answers to our questions.
That would be somewhat easy, actually, based on the
It really
questions as
would,
well.
because if you ask them anything about their character,
What's your favorite part about
Pretty
being on
easy.
General Hospital? You know, I really like when, you know, my character takes somebody to the
impregnates
pine
everybody.
which he didn't do this week. So that's all connected to the big celebration over Sasha's victory. Okay, we've been calling it here on the 10th floor. Who did we say was going to be the bearer of her own victory? And I'm going to say it was one elbow from one Miss Sasha.
Yeah.
All right.
Matt, you got your wish. She had help, but she did save herself.
She did. She got out of that grass. Cody didn't wrestle him away as she fell into the bed as a damsel in distress. No, she watched that movie with Sandra Bullock and she got that solar plexus, right?
Yep.
The only thing she was missing was that instep, the nose and the groin. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, she should have elbowed him and then immediately did a plunger at wrist, like a plunger, and whacked right there into the groin. That's what she should have did.
Or
You
what
know
they
me, I
taught
want
us in
everybody
boot
to get their
camp.
ass whipped.
They taught us in boot camp: grab, twist, pull.
Oh, see, that's how you fight off a male soldier.
Well,
and
I was going
sergeant
to
coming
ask
at
you if you'd been in the military, because I had a suspicion that you have been in the military.
I grew up a military brat, and then I enlisted after high school. Yes.
What branch of the military were you in?
Yes.
I'm going to say you were in, I want to say Air Force.
Nope. I grew up an Air Force brat, but I did not go into the Air
She
Force.
was a SEAL. All right. She went alongside Drew
No.
Kane.
I didn't
okay?
think I was not going to guess Navy.
That wasn't Navy either.
Well,
There's only one left.
No, there are two
Oh.
left.
Oh, shoot. I don't know nothing about the armed forces.
There are
Army
actually
Coast
three
Guard.
left back then. Yeah, I was going to say there were three.
Space Force.
There wasn't Space Force when I graduated high school.
Okay, so the Army then.
Chandra got it right.
The Marines. Look at her. Of course.
I
Sandra.
enlisted in the Marines. I did.
Oh
Angela's a
my
tough
gosh,
lady.
Angela. Well, I have to give this girl some.
My Air Force recruiter was a jerk. The Navy recruiter hit on me. The Army recruiter was one of the stupidest people I had ever talked to in my life.
Okay.
And everybody's like, you can't go into the Marines. Are you joking?
You're like,
So I
watch
did.
me.
But you have to be a badass to survive the Marines.
That's
I guess
why,
you're a badass.
that's why she's able to wrangle all
I
of
do
these
okay.
cats.
I do all right.
Well,
Well.
Remember Matthew a couple hours ago when she said that all 5 of those kids could be scared of her?
And I would have you down as a cat like a calf at a rodeo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. I guess that's exactly why.
Oh, you know,
God.
my nephew, he's like 27, 28. He's a big old dude, big strong guy. Boy, he can take somebody down in a heartbeat. He is a prison guard in the Army. Oh my gosh, he can fight like a banshee.
Boy, does he hate it.
He can.
Oh,
I gotta close the window. Your dad's mowing.
Melissa says, well, I bet she'd be better at asking covert questions than Drew, which is probably true.
Especially because I'm also a mother. And I had those teenagers.
You're able to,
so those two skills.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. Well, Chandra has a little tangential experience with Marines, being involved in the Marines Educator Boot Camp.
The yellow footprints. You'll never forget them. No matter what time, little tidbit, anybody thinking about going in the Marines, no matter what time your plane lands in South Carolina, you are getting to Parris Island after it's dark. You are. No matter what, they will drive you around for hours on the bus. And then there are glowing yellow footprints that you have to stand on when you get off the bus.
Okay.
And the first thing they do is take away all time-telling devices and then keep you up for about 36 hours. So you're entirely discombobulated. You have no idea what time it is. And it makes you crazy.
See that? Well, you just got to become a master at reading the sun, is what it is. Before you join, figure out what time it is by looking at the sun.
Reading the sun? Put your sundial hat on.
Yeah, just be like, all right, so this is about 3
I had an advantage because my uncle was a drill instructor on Parris Island when I enlisted. But he was an uncle through marriage. So when I told him I enlisted, he's like, all right, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get off the plane and then it's going to be this, and this. The thing about boot camp is the majority of it is just a mind meld kind of thing. So knowing what to expect made it a lot easier.
All right, good.
To me, boot camp, I've not been in the military myself, but to me, boot camp is stripping you down,
building you
and then building you up.
And the Marine Corps has the longest boot camp as well. 12 weeks.
Well, I guess Drew didn't have to worry about that. I guess Sasha might have a career in the Marines. Maybe that's a future for her. Just step right into officer school or whatever and start making choices. Can you imagine her in a fun little Marines uniform? I think that'd look really good on her, honestly.
Well, Halloween is in 3 weeks.
They also issue you bright red lipstick and green eyeshadow when you're a woman in boot camp. When they issue your because if you're in dress, you have to have this, and everybody gets the same color. It's insane.
And do you have to wear it? Are you required to wear it?
When you're in a certain uniform, yes. For your inspections and stuff. Yeah, it was
look good, Missy. You want to be a part of the Marines? Put this makeup on.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Well, you're getting plenty of thanks for your service, Angela. So.
Oh, thank you guys. You're welcome.
And now she's giving her life to us here on the 10th floor.
I found a different way to serve.
Dummies. Digging in deep when it comes to getting the truth of the matter here when it comes to your favorite daytime shows. Okay, that is Angela to a T. She doesn't have time for conjecture. She doesn't have time for speculation. What she wants to bring you are the cold, hard, proven facts. With a little twist of what she likes.
Yeah.
This is what I was disappointed because you know how I am with the violence.
You wanted to be heavy, hard with blood.
I wanted Dr. Montague to get his butt kicked. He didn't get his butt kicked. Not really.
Not yet. I think that they might have. Here's where I differ from Angela because I'm going to tell you what I think and feel without any fact behind it. I think that they like Dr. Montague and he'll be gone for 3 or 4 months and he'll be back. He'll be back.
He could be.
He's going to be somebody's daddy.
He's a fun bad guy.
He's going to be somebody's daddy. He's going to fall in love with Lisa Lobrecht, and that's how we're going to have Obrecht back on.
I was going to say, he's not going to be somebody's daddy with Liesel.
No.
That would be a biblical event.
Matt, what is Scotty going to say about that?
There's plenty of fish near the sea. I got it. I'm fine. Speaking of Scotty, Scotty was a part of my random poll for the people as we loaded up here at the 10th floor. My poll was, who would you rather spend an evening with, Scotty or Mac? What are your answers?
Mac's a better guy, but Scotty's more fun.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I chose Scotty.
Can I have Mac, but put Scotty's personality in the Mac bag?
That's not an option. You got to pick one or the other. One or the other.
Go with Scotty, but don't leave your drink alone with him, and definitely drive yourself there and back.
Scotty wouldn't do anything to your drink other than make it stronger.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
he'd put a shot in there, wouldn't he? Yeah. Put an extra shot in there.
Well, 53% agree with y'all. 53% of the people who participated in the poll. I didn't look to see how many people that was. So 53% of the people that were watching at the time, the poll was available and also chose to participate in the poll. It says 53% of them says Scotty. I like to say things like that because most people don't when referring to a poll. They're like, 53% of the audience says. Like, no, 53% of the 10 people that decided to click on this thing.
Yes.
Says Scotty. I can understand that. Spend the evening with Scotty too.
Well, because
it'd be better conversation.
Well, it would be better conversation because Mac is pretty on the outside. He's a little dry though. His person, his carrot's a little dry. Where Scotty is just full of all kinds of juices.
Yeah, Mac's going to talk about his grandkids all night.
Oh gosh, all the dad jokes. Mac dad joke. Daddy Mac dad joke.
Yeah.
Well, Mac and I, we mentioned last week that we thought that John Yorks had found a match.
That's what he said on.
That's wonderful.
So it was weird because I said it right, and then I immediately was like, "Oh shoot, I hope I'm not wrong." And so then I sort of took one step back and said, "Listen, I don't know anything. Don't ever come to me for the truth." But it seems like maybe he found, perhaps, at least he was happy about something.
Yeah.
So there we go, Angela, cold hard facts, Angela.
Yep.
Saying yes, be a match worked.
Yes.
So check that out, folks. If you have challenges or know somebody who does, maybe that's an option that they should look into.
I'm technically too old. I'm technically too old for the general registry, but I am still on their registry. And
what is too
they
old?
Needed, I think it's 35, 40 maybe.
Oh goodness.
But they'll still let you because
like if you're a match to a family member or something, they would still let you.
Like Liesl Obrecht.
Like
I think she's
older than 35.
Oh goodness. So I don't know. Mac's cool. Mac hung out with Cody and Dante and helped save the day. Thank you so much, Chandra, for your donation here on the super chat. 15% of that is going to be donated to attendanceworks.org. Join Chandra, folks.
Chandra.
So yeah, they were all hanging out together, and they got the bad guy and they pushed him against the wall, and he's like, "I've been cut." Yeah, and he's like, "No, this didn't happen." Chase's real life wife, tell him, and she's like, "No."
Nope. She's been like, whatever, Miss Dr. Montague, whatever.
But they had to give her her moment too. Okay, she's not going to just come to this show and just be like somebody in the background. She's going to have to be impactful. This is Mrs. Chase. Okay. Mrs. Chase. She was in that cowboy Christmas movie with him on Netflix.
Yeah.
That we watched half of.
And they have two youngins.
Little youngins too, baby youngins, itty bitty youngins. Yep.
When we met him in June, the baby was only a few weeks old.
Yeah, he was like, "I shouldn't be here. I should be with my child," and they begrudgingly signed our headshot.
No, he didn't. He was very nice.
No, he was fun because he's like, "How do you want me to sign this?" Nice. And I'm like, "You can leave my name off. You can sign it however you want, Josh Swickard, Swicky, whatever you want." And he goes, "Oh, Swicky, that's what they used to call me in middle school." And so he wrote Swicky and then signed it.
Yep.
Oh goodness, she's done filming. Who are you talking about, Kelly? Who are you talking about? Because I don't remember.
I think she's talking about Nurse Janice.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's done for now.
Yeah,
she's done for now.
They announced her exit
until there's problems between Chase and Brooklyn.
The next somebody else
needs somebody to date.
Or the next time they have somebody in.
Yeah.
Well,
And there's always somebody over there.
Jason-
Somebody will be
Jason's
over there.
locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is going to be over there.
Jason.
Yeah, but you know how I am. I wanted someone to go over there and bitch slap him. I wanted someone to kick him in the shin.
Of course you wanted that.
Anything.
Well, Cody did.
She wants more. She wanted him to be like down on the ground. And
I was going to say, when he was handcuffed to the bed, Cody
got him in
punched
the
him.
gut.
I know, but I wanted a little blood, I don't know.
She
maybe a little
wanted something
tear.
like, do you remember when Jason like grabbed Shiloh by the neck and then pushed him against the wall and there was that little like splat of like blood behind him?
And then Shiloh did a little googly eye too when he did it. Remember that?
Jason gave him a concussion.
And that was
there goes
sweet.
the Rocco dog. That's what she wants. She wants Cassandra Pierce with Nina with a handful of hair of Cassandra Pierce being slammed down face first
that was the
onto the
sweetest
Metro
scene
Court
right
table.
there. That
That's
was
the kind
Michelle
of
Stafford
violence
days.
that my mother
it
is
was
looking
sweet.
forward to.
Bam!
She loves it. She loves it. She can't get enough. She can't get enough. That's why we need Jason Morgan back, because he's the king of daytime violence.
Mm. Well, Sonny totally punked out on punishing Gladys.
So you say. This is the resolution we've been talking about for 17 months. Okay.
She's going to be back. She'll be back and he'll do nothing. This is Rick all over again.
Well, she's got to come back because Bonnie Burrows is fantastic.
Oh, Bonnie Burrows is wonderful. My point is that Sonny is the world's worst mobster.
Well, yes. Unless you're a low-hanging, barely named character that really doesn't matter in the long run. Then Sonny's back in those cases.
Actually, Sonny did exactly what I expected him to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I expected the same exact thing, but it was totally punked out.
Yeah, but however, in Gladys's mind, this is terrible. She's been sent right back to where she came from without a damn thing. Chances are he found her old crappy couch and put it back in the apartment and everything. And it's exactly the way she left it.
If you
and you know what I loved, and what I loved what he said to her was, Matthew, tell me, do a little Sonny with a 1/4 in a slot machine.
If you even put 1/4 in a slot machine, I'm gonna know about it. And Frank is gonna take you on another ride, your last ride.
Right.
Well, Carolyn says that Sonny is too soft.
Sonny is too soft. He's been too soft.
Says, well, he wasn't going to off Gladys. We knew that.
Of course not. Sonny doesn't kill anybody.
No, not without Jason. Without Jason, there's nobody to kill anybody. Brick's not
the
going to do
last
it. Dex
person we
isn't going to do it.
actually saw Sonny kill was AJ.
Yeah.
And
that was a mistake.
Ago.
And that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he thought he had killed Connie. Because Ava manipulated him.
Yeah.
Sonny needs to find his backbones, shouts Kelly. Well, maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm not here to say whether or not Sonny deserves a backbone or if he's yellow. I'm sure Maurice Bernard would not find him to be.
Now, he could have been harder on Gladys, but I thought that some of the things he said was pretty good, though. Like the slot machine thing, and really, and then she would start her nonsense. He would say, "Shut up!" Oh, I loved it. I did.
He's all bluster now. Is my thing. I mean, he's been all bluster for 20 years, but.
Well, you must have.
And Mo was on Twitter saying about how, this is because Sonny's evolved. No, it's not. He let Rick get away with everything too. Rick changed his pregnant wife to a panic room and plant a killer and steal the baby.
He's evolved past murdering people if they don't really need it.
Now, to me, what saved Rick from Sonny was the fact that they share a mother.
I understand that, but Rick made Carly think he had raped her. Rick kidnapped a pregnant Carly who was pregnant with Sonny's child, had her chained to a panic room.
Yep.
And I mean, Sonny punished Carly more for the brain damage she had after he shot her in the head than he ever did to Rick.
When it comes down to this, would Vito Corleone ever off one of his family members? And the answer is no. Michael Corleone will, but not Vito. Okay, and Sonny is Vito. He's Marlon Brando. He is the
No.
untouchable, nice
No.
guy, golden heart
Remember
mobster.
that I'm going to be seeing you in less than 2 weeks.
Well, but you
And
have
I
to
will remember
that
this
that's the character.
blasphemy.
That's the character.
Sonny is no. Sonny's Fredo, okay? Sonny is not Vito. Sonny's not Michael. Sonny's not even Sonny. Sonny is Fredo.
Oh, well, Angela, did he not like earn some props from you when he put Dex on the hook? That was the most violent we've seen him.
Because
he didn't even get any credit for that,
It wasn't even Dex that did it. And he had to hire somebody to torture Dex that worked for Selena. He doesn't have his own guy. And then he hires some guy named Carver, sees him lay out all these knives, and he's like, I didn't know he was going to do that. Like, what? No, he got no points. He got points taken away, quite frankly, for that.
I would just mention because that was an aggressive behavior. He had him up on the hook.
Wu operating a poker game on his territory. He's not getting a cut of it. He has her, he gets a cut of her stuff on the docks, but she's the one who controls the dock master because Michael got his guy fired.
Yeah. But don't you think Selena's got something coming from Sonny in the next month, though?
Well, he's confronting her next week. I'm betting nothing happens.
Oh, boy. So Angela thinks that Sonny needs a little tougher edge, huh?
No, Sonny needs to go retire to his island and let Selena run things or Jason run things when he gets back.
He just stops the mob stuff and just goes and owns Pizzulo's,
I absolutely loved when they had Dex tell him that the knockoff shoes or the knockoff purses or whatever it is had come in. That was the best because we have joked about that for years. What exactly does Sonny do? Is it knockoff DVD, pirated DVDs? Right. Because no guns, no drugs, no prostitutes,
You remember the black boxes you used to be able to get in the 80s?
Yes, my parents had one. One of the cable black boxes.
Wow,
yes.
My parents had one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Sure did.
I watched a lot of wrestling pay-per-views off of that thing.
Yeah.
Lots of them. And then back in the day, the pay-per-view also had the all-day channel where they would play the same movie all day long because, you can rent that channel and then pop in and out. It's old-time DVR style stuff, where you go and see where the movie is and, oh, this is past what I had seen. Let me come back in 2 hours. But because of that, I saw a lot of movies from 1996 to 1998 7,000 times. Mm-hmm. There's this movie called Daylight with Sylvester Stallone that I could just quote.
For me, it was the Christian Slater movie with when he was had the pirated radio station. You know what movie I'm talking about?
Yes. Of course, I can't think of what it's called.
That's right.
I love
Chat
that
is going to
movie.
scream it to us in a second.
I know. It's like one of my favorite movies, and I'm blanking on the title. But when it was on pay-per-view, I watched it 20 bazillion times that summer when I was with my father. Huh. He's the one who had the box.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Star Trek First Contact, I think I've seen 1,000,000 times. Daylight, the movie Michael with John Travolta. Ugh.
Yeah, that was on.
I'm a big movie repeater.
I get that.
I'm a big movie repeater.
I like to watch the things that I enjoy more than once. You enjoy it more that way.
Yeah.
Pump up the volume.
Pump up the volume. Yes.
She has the DVD, so I guess she understands.
Yep. I have the DVD as well. I'm actually paring down my DVD collection. I've been buying everything on Amazon Prime because I had almost 1,000 DVDs. And I'm
Cinemaphile.
So yes, so I've been paring them down. My kids with my
dedicated to DVDs.
It's insane. But now I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of movies on my Amazon Prime because, yeah.
There has to be somebody out there with just a room full of VHS tapes of soaps, of all of the stuff that we would never be able to see again.
I have all of the early Jason and Carly from the time she showed up in 1996 to the time he left in 99. I have every scene still on VHS. I have the whole collection.
How often do you break them out and look at
them? Not really. We moved here 3 years ago and I haven't set up the VCR again. I have 3 VCRs in my basement. I just haven't set one up. So I haven't watched any. I still also have probably a good 500 VHS tapes of like movies, and this was a great Seinfeld episode or a great Cheers episode. Or yeah.
You love
Wow.
TV like Matt does.
I'm a
I love
I
funny.
don't like
TV,
it
but,
enough to own it though. Isn't that wild?
well,
I mean, I used to have some things that I liked. I had Lost. I had Stargate SG-1. Now, like, you know,
Oh, with
Charmed.
West
Oh, I
Wing,
got the Charmed one. I had that Charmed
My-
box set.
all-time favorite show was The West Wing. I have VHSs with all of those recorded on them. I have every season individually on DVD, and I have the box set.
It's Mark
I
Harmon.
love The West Wing.
He was on. He was on it. Mark Harmon was on it. He fell in love with Allison Janney. Spoiler alert: it doesn't work out.
Yeah, right. Should not have gone to buy that candy bar.
Now, I didn't see The West Wing, but I know about that because this is what happens for me. I don't watch all of these shows, but there are actors like Mark Harmon, who was on NCIS, and NCIS has been the biggest show of all time for the last 20 years or whatever, right? Or at least since like its premiere episode, it's been number one and always will be, it seems. And that man isn't even on the show anymore. Regardless, this is all connected, I promise. So Mark Harmon was the star of this, and I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this man that's been on the show for 400,000 years that everybody loves so much? And so I looked him up, and then I saw some of his best stuff on YouTube, and that's how I educate myself in television.
hey,
I loved him. One of my other favorite guilty pleasure movies is Summer School with him. You know who he's married to?
Is it somebody on soaps?
Nope.
Oh.
Pam Dauber, who was Mindy on Mork and Mindy.
Oh, hey.
oh,
That's a show I know.
They've been married forever.
That's a show I know. Hey, you know, speaking of yesteryear in the 80s and 90s and stuff and old times rocking and rolling back in today's world, you know, we got a Lois.
Yeah, Lois is coming back, and for reasons passing understanding, she's wearing fingerless gloves in her first scene.
Because she's Lois.
well, she's going to have some cool fingernails, isn't she?
Yep. Brooklyn, one of the first things Brooklyn does is look at her fingernails.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Breaking news. I'm sorry to interrupt. Breaking news. I'm sorry. Just I have to do this because we have the latest Kelly Public Over Zoom update. Today she will be on with Tristan and Carolyn.
Oh,
Stay
yep,
tuned to Twitter for post Zoom reaction. Sorry to interrupt. Back to it.
Kelly, I got to tell you, I interviewed Tristan Rogers, and on the phone. We did a phone interview, and I was recording it. And as we were hanging up, he said, "Thank you, love," in his accent. He called me love. And I told my son, I'm like, I need you to turn this into some sort of ringtone or something for me.
did he?
Tristan Rogers called me love.
Thank you, love.
Oh
Yes.
man,
Thank you, love.
what just the adventures he used to go on with Tony Geary. My goodness, like real life. I'm not even talking about the show.
And you know what's cool at the conventions about Tristan? Tristan spends a lot of time just amongst people.
He's
Not
milling
in
about a
the
lot.
actual convention portion, but he'll be in the restaurant having a glass of wine, where a lot of the other actors just kind of hide when it's not their
I
time.
have no idea where
Be
they
out
are.
and about,
hanging out in the
they
rooms,
go
I guess.
hide, they go in the room, they stay backstage or whatever. Tristan goes out. Goes to
He
the restaurant,
loves to talk.
sits in the restaurant. He and his wife,
Mhm.
you see them walking all over the place, and the others, we did not see that, but Tristan, yes.
Oh, we were scheduled for like a 15-minute interview, and we were on the phone for an hour and a half.
Nice.
He was just telling me old stories, and it was great.
Gosh. It reminds
So-
me of having Vincent Irizarry on the show, where I'm just like, I don't know how to conduct these things. What a star! What a great person, full of just talent and stories, and just so much to possibly talk to this man about. I don't even know how to organize my thoughts. What am I going to do? And I just just responded as he talked himself.
Exactly. With some of them, you can just let them go.
And that was nice.
Yeah.
Because all
Pepper
we
in
had
a
to
question every once in a great while, and you just let them
we'd be
go.
like,
They'll
so
talk.
David Canary, and he'd be like, oh my gosh, what a legend.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And also, Matthew, you and I, that was that was an unexpected get for us.
Yeah.
At all, we didn't have to pursue him. He pursued us.
He reached out to the show. Saw we were doing an All My Children special, and he's like, "Oh, I got time. When's this? I'll show up."
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome, and we were a little starstruck because we love David Hayward so much on All My Children.
You know what my failing really is the fact that I saw All My Children and stuff when I was a teenager in my young 20s, and I am this far away from 40 now. And so like I remember loving David Hayward, but the specifics of everything about why I love David Hayward are escape me in my elderly age. And so, that's my fault for not knowing enough. Anyway, that's why you come to the 10th floor, folks, for quality.
Well, like I always say, we got plenty to say, but we don't know a damn thing.
It all started when we said Danny was dead with such confidence. 2 years ago, Danny is dead. Danny has been blown up in the floating rib. This is what's going to split up Jason and Sam because their child has been killed by Cyrus Renaud and Julian Jerome. And then we find out Jason was like, "Oh no, we just went to go get some milkshakes. Missed the whole thing."
Yeah.
Sorry about that dev kid though.
Yeah, and Sonny, well.
Like his nonplussed reaction in the ambulance when Dev dies.
Yeah, it was like,
damn it.
How sad.
Yeah, he says probably get some milk on the way home.
Donna's out of milk.
Yeah, right.
Dustin broke my heart though. Like Mark Lawson when he handled the death of Dustin, like he was like, all right, if this is it for me, then I'm just going to give them everything that they missed of my talent up to this point. Good for him. Good for him. Speaking of Mark Lawson, Dustin was dating Lulu before she banged her head real hard in that same explosion and went into a coma. So who do you think is going to be Lulu in about 2, 3, 4 weeks?
I'm not sure if it's that soon, but I do think Lulu's definitely coming back. And I don't think it's going to be the last Lulu.
You think it's going to be, you do not think?
It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be
M. Riley.
I don't think it's going to be her. I don't think it's going to be Julie Marie either, which I would love.
I saw this fun.
Who is that?
The first Lulu.
Julie Marie Berman.
Oh, Julie Berman.
Yeah.
I love her.
I saw somebody say.
I would love her, but she's kind of really doing the mom thing, it seems.
Okay. So maybe he doesn't have time. Belle.
Emily
I saw somebody say Belle from Days of Our Lives should come over and be
Martha Madsen.
I think she'd be perfect Lulu.
Yeah, she could do it.
Hey,
but
she's
I have a
for
feeling
job.
We'll see her with Alar gone. I think we might see her back on Days, but we'll see.
Well, they got Allie Mills. They stole Allie Mills. They ripped her right from Days of Our Lives and said, "You know what? You're going to play the same character here."
Bold and the Beautiful.
Was it Bold? Oh, dang it!
It was Bold, and she was a completely different character.
I heard people. She wasn't in that job. I heard people like, "Oh, she's so good at being crazy." That's what I heard.
She was fun crazy though. She's like. She makes lemon bars for everyone, and she dates a quirky security guard, and it's a totally different kind of crazy with
like
Pam.
A Marion Chandler. I don't know how to make any sort of comparison.
It's just.
All right, fair enough.
But I agree with you, though. I agree with you that Lulu is very much on her way back because they've had Charlotte just missing her and missing her. They mention her so many times. They had Maxie move in her house. They just talk about her far too much for her not to wake up next month.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's even going to be that soon, but I think she's definitely coming back. But the one who played her last said that she hadn't been contacted at all.
She could be lying though.
No, she lives out of state, and it kind of seemed like a.
Well, I'll do it. I'll play Lulu.
That's
you're gonna have.
Her last name is Rylan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll shave.
No, because you haven't done your turn as Molly yet.
Oh. You're right. I'll play Molly. And then I'll play Lulu. And then I'll play a resurrected Franco. I can see Chloe Lanier. Lanier. Is it Lanier or Lanier? I don't even know. How is she?
I think it's Lanier.
Has anybody ever heard her say it?
I think it's Lanier.
Is it?
I think it's linear too. Her sister's on Young and the Restless.
Oh, is she? Who's her sister?
What character is she in Young and the Restless?
She plays
That's
Summer.
not knowing nothing.
She plays Summer. Kyle's soon-to-be ex-wife.
So Chandra says Chloe Chloe L. As Lulu. We need a Spitfire for that role. I don't know. I think she's so Nell. That'd be very
That's the thing is, I don't know that anybody could ever see her as not that evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
And if they did do
Fido's
something
here.
like
Hey,
that,
Fido.
I think it needs to be some more years in between. Like for instance, when Sarah joined and was Claudia, I was able to get the Carly out of my brain because it had been some time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I think Nell's a little too fresh for Chloe to come back as somebody else.
Yeah.
Chloe Linear.
Now, if it was Days of Our Lives, she could just walk off the scene and walk back in as somebody else, be all cool.
I loved the character of Claudia. That was such a missed opportunity. She was such a great character. I had such high hopes.
I loved Claudia too.
It's not too late. It's not too late. We can bring her back.
Hey, it's a soap opera.
She could still be hanging out in the woods near Pawtuck.
Hey.
Claudia could have
Franco dug her up so she could be alive.
Yeah. they could, and she could have a twin. She could be the lost Sakara that's pissed as hell now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming in and taking over everything. Oh my God, she's the West Coast threat.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I like
it's
that.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Just roll her right
Because
back
they've been very vague about that, and they haven't mentioned the West Coast threat in forever.
Yep.
Fido, being his classic cryptic self, has joined the chat to say it would be wonderful to have a Lulu. We know what you mean. We know what you mean, Fido. We know what you mean.
We have some suggestions for you, Fido.
So I need you to write a couple of names down and just pass on a post-it note to Mark Teschner if he's in his office.
Martha Madison. Martha Madison. Days of Our Lives fired her as Belle. She'd
He
be
says
phenomenal.
Claudia disappeared in a rug. Just unroll her. See, he's got it figured out. He's got it figured out. See, this is why we like Fido Xavier, Emmy Award-winning director of General Hospital, by the way, live in the chat. Just unroll her.
Yeah, she's supposed to be. She was in the Pine Barrens, wasn't she?
Well, no, because they buried her by where Michael hit her in the head with the axe. But then Franco dug her up and sent pictures of her to Jason. So I thought it was Lorenzo that disappeared in the rug, Fido.
I don't know. Martha and Kristen are BFFs, though. I don't know who Martha and Kirsten are, but they're best friends. Oh,
Maxie.
Oh, you have to say
no
Storms.
idea the slap I'm giving you.
You have to say Storms or Xenon. Okay, I am of a generation. Okay.
You know Xenon.
I know Xenon very well.
Have Kirsten give her a call, Fido, because I think she'd be great.
I think so too. In fact, that's
great because she has that spark where she's a good girl like Lulu is, but still has fire to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Lulu needs.
Well, I'm excited for Lulu to come back. Now, if I had to choose of a actress that's already played her, I would love to see Julie Berman back. I would love to see Cody come back.
Yeah.
Everybody likes
Lorenzo Alcazar. Jason killed
Lorenzo Alcazar and put him in a rug.
Jason killed Lorenzo Alcazar and then rolled him up in the rug and tossed him over the cliff.
Then we just need to unroll Lorenzo then.
Yes.
Okay.
I could see that happening.
I'm
not sure we've seen the last of I'm not sure we've seen the last of Mr. King. I hope not.
You know, when it comes to like drone paparazzi,
I thought he was gonna actually be back already. I thought Lorenzo might be, part of
the Cyrus stuff.
The Cyrus stuff.
Yeah, Cyrus stuff is so good though. My God, Cyrus is so good. I love him so much. When's he getting out of jail? I need him out of jail so we can just really get his fingers on the stuff. And I was thinking, okay, so here's the thing, Dr. Montague. Okay,
Fearful
Dr. Montague.
got to come back.
Dr.
We got
Montague.
rid of the hateful ponytail. Now we got the fearful
All right, follow me on this. It's time for Matthew's speculation time. All right, Dr. Montague caught. All right, arrested okay, thrown into Pentonville. Okay, Cyrus gets wind. Oh my God, you have taken advantage of somebody that I took advantage of, and I cannot stand for that because we need to be better. And then he kills him.
Except Cyrus isn't actually a good guy, and you're going to have to wrap your head around that, Matt.
No.
You're going
He
to have
is a
to
bad
accept
guy,
it.
though. He's a bad guy who is just blinded by what he thinks is right, that he's just even worse than ever, and nobody's safe. Not Sonny, not Dr. Montague, anybody that's done bad. And Sonny's done bad. Anybody that's done bad is in danger. And the only person who isn't in danger is one Mr. Harrison Chase, because he's such a good boy.
He is such a good boy, isn't he?
And,
and that's
this week.
Josh Swickard, though, holy
when
smokes,
he
10 out of 10
left
this week.
When he left the hospital and then like almost almost collapsed, that was just, it was hard for us. It was really hard. We actually had a lot of trouble picking Performer of the Week this week on Soap Opera News because there was one from each show that was just beyond, and he was our pick from General Hospital because he was just, it was so good.
I thought it was really good too.
I cried.
It was almost, but when it comes to like the last few months, when it comes to like scenes with no words, I have to give that to Rael and the elevator when he
oh my God. Speaking of that, I was going through old screen caps because I have tens of thousands of them and trying to organize them by show. And I found the ones of Taggart from like March, I think, pouring the booze in his coffee at Kelly's.
Yes.
Are we going to find out he's just been drunk in an alley all this time?
That's the impression I've been getting.
Chip before we see him again.
Rael is just at the bottom of a flask somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm like, where's Taggart and his drinking problem?
See, it's unfortunate that they did those couple of scenes with him with the bottle, because if they didn't, then people would just be like, well, where is he? And it's not this whole like, well, is he dead in a gutter somewhere show? Like, come on. You know, it's an unfortunate thing. I'm going to blame the transition of just confusing writing time.
I think so too.
Because there was clearly some stuff that like got started in like some stutter stop things, especially there at the end, like Taggart, Commissioner, no, it's Mac, Jordan, you're the Lieutenant Mayor, but we're just not going to see you for a couple of months. You know, a couple of things like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the scabs kept us, they kept us on the air.
Yeah.
Which is good. But I'm glad that, I'm glad we have our team back to
keep us going forward.
Yes.
And maybe there's been a couple of meetings, maybe there's been some successes that they might have seen that they want to see continue. And maybe, an adjusted approach might happen.
What is the timeline for episodes that are written fully by the original team? I mean, I know that General Hospital is only 3 to 5 weeks ahead.
That's just shooting, though.
Yeah.
Like actively shooting.
We should be by the holidays, for sure. We should be seeing our original writing team scripts from our original.
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, it took what 2 months, 2.5, 3 months or whatever. The first for the transition to the temporary writers.
True, but from what they had said, they had stocked up in preparations for the strike with scripts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you will see names on screen. That's what Fido says. That's when we'll know.
When we'll know.
To the screen.
Because they haven't had the writers on. Yeah.
Yeah. The obvious answer is right there in front of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It happens when they tell you it happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just keep your eyes peeled.
There are those of us who are always looking at those credits and
I
waiting for
wish that I
Friday.
could, but I don't.
Waiting for Friday to see the acting credits, to see who's
on and off,
who's on, who's off, who's recurring, who's contract, who's.
Well, I'm really, really not trying to kiss butt here, but the only thing I do pay attention to on the credits is who the director is for that episode. It's true.
Well, we want to know who's bringing out the best in these actors. Why did you have anything to do with Josh Swickard this week? Were you involved in anything with his reaction to the ALS news? Let us know. Because it was amazing.
And I thought that the fact that he was there for the pepper spray in the eyes, kind of like, helped it a little bit. made sense that he was there in the first place, and it kind of helped his overall look of, sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Tracy thought he knew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he looked sad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I felt
And
bad
for
for
most-
Tracy with that because Tracy does a lot of bad things on purpose, but this one was not.
No.
I thought the same thing.
I was like,
Of all the cruddy stuff she
poor
does on
thing.
purpose,
Yeah.
this one completely was not on purpose.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, kudos to your colleague then, Fido, for whoever directed Swigert through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a very, very good, very phenomenal acting on Josh's part.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the follow-up.
Yeah, I mean,
Gregory
this is
and
a new window for Harrison Chase.
Mhm.
This is something that we really haven't seen out of the character before.
Mhm.
The depth of this particular emotion. He's been through some
Yes.
stuff,
Yep.
so I'm happy to see
Yeah.
the range that an actor can bring and the opportunities given. And when there's success like this, I want to see it continue. Absolutely.
And I liked Chase bringing up the history.
Mhm.
The son that didn't talk to him
Yes.
for all those years
Yes.
knows, and I don't.
Mhm.
And that was because in moments like those are those little times those little family hurts come up.
Yes.
You may have gotten past them, but you didn't forget.
Right.
And that's
Forgiveness
when
does
those
not
things
include forgetfulness.
exactly. So that was that I liked that throwback. I love when they, I've watched the show since, forever, my entire life,
Mhm.
I've
And
been
you-
cognizant of it since like the late 80s and early 90s, but
And you
know,
somehow you were
and-
blessed with ability of memory, Angela, that I don't seem to have.
well, that's also because of writing fic. Because I've written fanfic for over 20 years since the 90s.
She hasn't
So
just
you-
consumed
it-
it. She's been
yeah, it kind
creating
of-
from it as
right.
well.
Exactly.
Okay,
So it kind
that
of
makes sense.
burrows, the history kind of burrows more
Mhm.
into your
You-
head
you
when you
have
tap it for
You're making more connections, memory
Exactly.
connections within your own mind.
exactly.
You have to
Yep.
be able to remember so much more of what GH has done while we've been podcasting versus
Mhm.
any prior time you've been watching it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
not only
You're
that,
from
but-
viewing it differently.
And writing for Soap Opera News now
Yeah.
as well, we do a lot, we talk about things that have happened, in some articles,
Mhm.
things have happened in the history. When we interview actors, we delve into their histories pretty good and stuff like that too. So that's also helpful.
So yeah.
Well, Kelly wants to see some of your fan fiction, Angela, and Kelly, be warned. Some of it
Yeah,
gets
some of
pretty
it's a
naked.
little spicy. But follow me on Twitter and send me a message and I'll
Brooklyn 74, spelled like the character. With no E.
yes. Nope. Brooklyn is not spelled like my name.
What?
Mine
The
is
character's name.
BROKELYNN.
Oh,
I don't think
whatever.
she has the E.
I don't know, whatever. I didn't name the character. Well, Fido himself admits to not being able to remember half the history. And when the show's been on for 60 years, how are you possibly supposed to know everything that's happened?
Well, here's the thing with Fido though, is he probably has a life.
Yeah, it's full of
You
directing
know,
General Hospital and doing wonderful
I was
and writing music.
Just being that mom thing and
Well,
General Hospital was my
we
lifeline to
did-
the outside world.
we're still being teased. We're still being teased with this
Mhm.
Eddie Main song.
Yes.
This siren in the distance, siren in the sea, whatever it is.
Yep.
The lyrics that Fido Xavier masterfully wrote.
I think Lois is going to walk into the Savoy.
Yes, so she's gonna walk in and he's gonna be like, "Oh, that's the siren," and then
Uh-huh.
and then
But
Olivia's
I
gonna
think
have
it'll
to be
turn
like,
out to be Olivia.
yeah, and then
Oh,
he's-
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I
Just
think
like
it
Sonny thought the blonde in his little vision
was Nina.
was Nina. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just not going to have that train wreck after it.
It's not a train wreck. It's a love story for the ages, and they should stay together forever.
Who's that?
We're
Nina?
over
and Son?
this.
Nina
Yes.
and Sonny? Hey,
Well,
um,
he does deserve her in a way.
Entertainment.
I do have a very important question, and it's a little snarky. It's a little snarky
Okay.
question, but it's a question. It's a question. Do Sonny and Nina understand the difference between eloping and having a shotgun wedding?
They do not. They do not. Because when you elope, you just go and you
just
tell
go.
people afterwards. They're having a
Shotgun
destination wedding.
Yeah,
They're having a destination wedding.
Destination
Yes, they are.
shotgun one. It's like real quick though, barely any planning. Hey, everybody, get on
Yes.
the plane.
Yes, Fido. Yes. Nina and Sonny forever. I say this as a Carly super fan. Nina and Sonny forever until Brenda comes back and ushers Mo into retirement. Nina and Sonny forever. And if they're going to break up, I think him and Ava deserve a shot. Or Anna. Or Monica. Or anybody, quite frankly.
I actually had somebody on Twitter reach out and ask if anything had ever happened between Sonny and Anna before based off of their closeness and friendship that they have today. And my answer was, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
They're just best good friends.
They've always had the weird relationship they do now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of respect for you, law person, and you, criminal.
Half enemies, half adversaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depends on what's going on. Angela, you had a lot of people agree with you earlier when you said that Sonny could do more to be more threatening as a mobster.
Yes, but it's not going to happen for reasons we've discussed.
Yeah, of course. Ooh, Fido hates Brenda. He just said so. He said, I hate Brenda.
Fido, I'm not a
kidding.
Brenda fan either.
He said, I'm not a Brenda fan. Listen,
I'm not a
Brenda
fan either. My thing is that I would yeet pretty much any female on canvas at Sonny
other than
to
Carly.
keep my Carly free of him. I'm absolutely not a Brenda fan, which is why she absolutely should have the pleasure of living happily ever after.
Sonny and Lois.
Sonny. No.
Well, I do think that Sonny and Carly got one more going on.
I really hope you're wrong.
I know, Fido. I'm picking on you.
I really need them to not. Carly has done her time. She's done her time. And she told Jason when she thought Sonny was going to sleep with Margot, if he ever cheats on me again, I am done forever. And he did.
That's true.
And she walked.
Yeah, she did.
My favorite Carly,
Fido wants to know.
Sarah Brown was the OG, and she's who I fell in love with. I had always watched General Hospital. My grandmother watched it. I started watching it pretty regularly in the late 80s, early 90s myself. And then one of the days I happened to tune in was Sarah Brown's first day, and I haven't missed a day since.
Well, there you go.
She made me a every day, this has to be on my TV viewer. Tamara Braun was my least favorite Carly, but Carly was still my favorite character. I love her as Ava. I just didn't enjoy her Carly because she was more Mrs. Corinthos, which I hated. Jenny, she wasn't horrendous, but she wasn't Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Wright is, aside from sentimental reasons with Sarah Brown being my favorite because she was the OG and she was who made me love the character, Laura Wright is Carly to me now. When I write Carly, I write Laura Wright. Yeah. Ironically, when I write Sarah Brown, I write Claudia.
I hear you.
That's who, I associate her more with now. But Laura Wright is Carly.
Wow. Okay.
And I think that she's the character that Sarah's Carly would have grown into as she got more secure, as she got, so
very nice.
I think she was the perfect, yeah.
Fido says that it's amazing because his first experience with General Hospital was also with Sarah Brown as Carly.
She was just, there are just no words for how phenomenal she was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, I interviewed her a few months ago and she was fabulous. She loves that Carly's a Spencer now, by the way. Sarah Brown loves that Carly took the Spencer name.
Oh, I said, "This is what's going to happen." I said, "She's going to change her name to Spencer."
I was
love it
for it too. I was thrilled. Yep.
And I love it that every time someone calls her a different last name, she corrects them.
Yep.
I love that too.
Yeah, she would. There she should. It's my name.
Yep.
Get it right.
Yep.
Only got the one of them.
I loved her as Cassie on Guiding Light as well. I watched pretty much every show at one time or another.
I didn't.
NBC, one grandmother watched ABC, one watched CBS. So we're
very much an ABC family. Very much an ABC family. Well, okay, so if Sonny and Sonny and Nina were to walk in and say, "Hey, y'all, come with us to Puerto Rico. Let's go get married." Are you going to say sure? Or are you going to say, "Gosh, I'm just too busy, Dad"?
I loved Dante's ad. I loved Dante's reply. Like, no. I loved his. I told him I'd catch the next one. That was funny. Of beauty. I cackled. Yes. I had to rewind it. I was like, "That is beautiful,"
and it's so true. Yeah, I thought you know how Dante has like this wry sense of humor sometimes? I thought that he was playing with his dad. Right. And he was really gonna go. He was gonna go.
No. I'm too busy. I think there's something might be brewing with Charlotte that I need to be around for.
Yeah. There's a thing. I got a feeling that there's something going on here.
Like I just get this ominous feeling when she's in my house with me and Sam and my kids now, and then I just I think I need to stick around.
And he also has to make sure that, Cody don't try to sneak in somewhere else and like kill Dr. Montague or something. Yeah. Kind of want to watch him still a little bit. He can't be leaving so soon after the whole debacle.
I absolutely love Cody.
I mean, they still broke out of a mental institution. Isn't that a crime? Whether or not you were supposed to be there.
He committed Cody fraud. Wasn't there for any criminal reason, though. Cody was committed for his own well-being. Sasha was there for criminal reasons because she has stabbed Cody. But
thanks for just stopping by.
We'll never stop. Don't worry, Fido.
We'll always watch GH. We're never going to stop.
That's
even when you don't offer it anymore, we're going to find a way to continue to watch it.
I'll write the scripts and we'll film them ourselves.
Yes, we'll take it.
We'll do it as an audio drama. You can do the voices, the men.
It's me, Victor Cassadine, back once again.
Angela's definitely going to play Carly.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm always lurking in the background. Use these tarot cards wisely, Charlotte. They'll only work once. It's a magical box of wonders.
Yes.
Oh, they had someone read the whole letter this week, didn't they?
Somebody is under mind control, and Charlotte's got the list and what card works.
Yeah.
And it might be Jake.
I think it is Jake.
And I like it.
I think it is Jake, too.
I love it.
He's going to be a little puppet.
Works for me.
He is going to be a puppet.
All right. If you're a fan of Elizabeth Weber, how do you feel about Jake potentially being used for evil? Is this good, bad?
I can just mute during this,
or only when Elizabeth is involved. I don't know, because if her kid is being mind controlled by tarot cards, I would imagine Elizabeth is going to care.
Yeah,
I would hope she would get involved. And how is Finn going to fit into all of this?
Well, what'll be funny is if Finn suspects it, but Liz says that it's absolutely not true and it causes conflict between them.
You're being crazy again. There we go, Melissa. Jake burnt the house down. They do keep on saying Valentin is like, Charlotte did it, 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 with no proof. You might be right.
Like a little Helena.
Maybe it is.
Got her minions to do her work.
She was like, here's a tarot card. Go burn down Anna's house. And he's like, okay.
Okay, let me go.
Yes, madam. We don't need to give him those types of choices to make in his fragile young, I want to keep my job age. Something's on Angela's mind. I don't know if she's just ignoring it because we keep on talking about Elizabeth. That's what it is.
Sorry, I was mentally making my grocery list.
You can tell who she likes and who she doesn't. You really can.
I make no secret of the fact that I cannot stand the character of Elizabeth Weber.
She doesn't like Elizabeth Weber. She's a Pollyanna.
She's a Pollyanna.
But she's not a Pollyanna. She's a fake Pollyanna. She's a Pollyanna who actually isn't the sainted good girl, but pretends she is.
She does.
That's my
She
issue.
does. And I think the character has gotten a little bit better when it comes to this, but she's always point out everybody else's crap, but doesn't take any real responsibility for
her whole stuff with given Dex crap, being at the hospital and being a mom. I'm like, oh, shut up. Because if it was Sonny or Jason, it was just, it had nothing to do with anything mob related. She's just, I can't with her.
She turned herself into the police over what she and Nicholas did to Esme.
Yeah.
I'm just really hoping for that fractured personality. I don't know if you watched the podcast and the speculating about this, but we really wanted this Biz name to actually be her.
We wanted her to split.
You know, like
the
Liz that we know isn't the little girl that grew up. She was actually Biz, and that's why Terry calls her Biz, is because that's what she was back then before she put on a new personality when she came to Port Charles. And then we find out that Liz is Biz, and Biz comes out, and Biz is doing all these terrible things and letting Peter out of the freezer and all this cool stuff, and they didn't do any of that. They didn't listen to us, Angela. They didn't listen to us at all.
We really wanted it to be a fractured personality. We really did. We wanted it to be a busy Liz.
They were sleeping pills instead.
Yeah, that was I expected better from that too.
I just wanted Biz to be a thing, like really bad, because she like smoked with Sam and like burned things down and stuff, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and the first scene when we first saw Elizabeth the first time, she was outside of Grand's house smoking with her sister, and her sister Sarah come up. You know, with what you're doing and stuff. And she was so snarky and had such a smart teenage mouth and stuff. It was lovely. But I really wanted to be busy, Liz.
Yeah. Melissa, you're right about Emily. Only it was later Emily that was like that. Because younger Emily, that was BFFs with Lucky.
Amber Tamlin Emily?
Yes. Who was my favorite Emily. She was allowed to be messier.
I remember Amber Tamlin. I remember
she was Princess Emily was,
that was a great show. I loved it.
Fun little show, Joan of Arcadia.
Yeah, I liked it.
What if God
that one was
one of us? John Ritter's kid was on that. Jason Ritter. It's John Ritter's son. He was on it. He was the boy in the wheelchair.
Yep.
Carolyn, I actually liked Liz with Rick.
There you go.
My thing with Liz with Franco is he had kidnapped her kid, but you know, everybody was made to do stupid stuff for Franco. You know, Roger Howarth is phenomenal, so whatever. But and my thing with Liz with Franco is that she, you know, he had made Sam think that he had raped her.
That was intense.
And Liz kind of taunted Sam with it once because Sam was afraid of him. And Liz kind of like taunted her with that. And as a rape survivor, that was real nasty of Liz. It was just like when Carly thought Rick had raped her and Liz was with Rick. And Liz said to Carly, no one would have to rape you. You sleep with everybody. That was disgusting for a rape survivor to say to somebody. It was disgusting for anybody to say to somebody.
You should be mad at the writers and not the character. My goodness gracious.
It's the character saying it, though.
Well, so your problem is not with Rebecca Herbst.
No, God, no.
It's never the actor.
It's great. She's fine. I separate real from real.
Yeah.
There are actors I have issue with. She's not one of them.
Yeah.
How could you possibly have an issue with her? She shows up, does her job, keeps her nose clean.
Exactly. I have no issue with her whatsoever. I don't like the character she plays. Right.
Yes.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
I have no issue with Rebecca Herbst. No, she's fine. She's great. She is.
So, I'm not a huge Elizabeth fan either, but I have a swinging thing. It depends on what she's doing.
I have characters that I'm like that with. You know, to her, I just.
Well.
And it goes back before even Jason, because like a lot of people are like, oh, you just hate Liz because of Jason and Carly. But I hated Liz. One, I wanted Lucky and Emily together. So I hated Liz before.
And we never
Jason
did
even
have,
knew.
and we never did have Lucky and
No, they had a little like blip of
Lucky
a
and Lily.
thing that was just horrible. I was so upset. But yeah, I wanted Lucky and Emily back in the day, the BFFs. But and Liz came in and that got ruined. My dream of that got ruined. So I've hated Liz since back then.
Dang that Elizabeth.
You know what I watched this past couple of weeks? I watched some scenes with Sonny and Jason. And it was during the time that Sonny was having an affair with Emily.
Ew. Ew.
And Jason was talking. It was I had forgotten how much smack and how much Jason argued with him at the time because he was so against his relationship with his baby sister.
Yeah, Jason actually took the business.
He had plenty of stuff to say to Sonny back in the day.
Yeah, Jason took the business away from Sonny over that one. Melissa, I also feel that way about Robin. Liz and Robin are in the same spot on my can't stand list.
Oh my, you were going to make it so no fan of anybody watches this show anymore, Angela.
What? She just said Angela feels about Liz the same way as I feel about Robin.
Well, that's a fan, not somebody that has the microphone and the camera in their face.
We're allowed to not like characters.
Of course we are.
And again, I love Kimberly McCullough. I just can't. And I hated Robin. This might be unpopular with people, but I hated Robin as a child. I hated small child Robin in those annoying dresses. And her, I could not stand
the didgeridoo.
Small child Robin.
Didgeridoo. Classics. What about when she was banging Patrick all the time? You didn't like that? Come on, admit that.
I thought Scrubs were really cute.
You like that?
But I also hated Robin.
That was their name, Ma. They didn't even get a fun little smash name. They were just called Scrubs.
I thought that name was adorable for them, though, because they were doctors and they wore scrubs.
There's a show called Scrubs.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, thank you very much for all the red hearts, Andrea. Really do appreciate all the love that you share with us. Goodness, I don't know what else to talk about, you guys. There was so much and nothing also at the same time. Sasha wins. We're getting married. Chase did a great job of crying. There was some stuff in the newsroom, I guess, with Alexis. And I don't know, because Nancy Lee Grahn, clearly we know what she thinks and feels politically. It's very hard to not know what she doesn't think and feel politically. And to have her character in charge of this publication now going to expose the evil judge for the over-sentencing of Drew, essentially letting this white man out for a white collar crime, dealing with money and stuff. Where does that necessarily fall in Nancy Lee Grahn's idea of appropriateness? I don't know. Does she have anything to say? Will she have something to say?
Here's the thing about all of this. One, Drew had made a plea arrangement.
Yes.
And the judge got rid of it for no reason whatsoever.
No.
And two, a lot of people are like, they belong in jail. Do people realize that Martha Stewart actually made money, deliberately did insider trading, and she only did 5 months and had like a $30,000 fine. And she did 5 months in, you can play golf here prison.
Yeah, where Drew should be.
Exactly.
Sincerely, the original plea deal for 6 months in Spring Ridge or whatever it was
more than fair. And the $1 million fine for Carly was insane, but okay, whatever.
$5 million. It drained
whatever.
her whole
$5 million
life savings.
Was insane. Martha Stewart's fine was $32,000. Okay, and she made money and deliberately did insider trading.
Truthfully, you know what my biggest criticism is? Honestly, my biggest criticism, and this is just a criticism, it's not a complaint or even me being shady, it's just me being a critic.
Okay.
The fact that they even said $5 million, like the fact that they gave us the amount of money that she is supposed to pay, then actually now establishes how much money these people are supposed to actually really have, and I'm not for that. I don't need to know how much money they're actually supposed to really have. They're either rich or they're poor.
See, I don't even care. It annoys me that they tried to say that that's all that Carly had in her, all the money she had in the world. One, when she lost the Metro Court, Carly had a string of hotels. Her and Jax opened like 3 others together, and she opened 2 herself. And they're never mentioned. The Metro Court has sister hotels all over the world.
Oh, so they're a
Jason
friend
always
chat.
talked about he had offshore accounts for Carly and da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
this was
it's
ridiculous.
almost as ridiculous as Liz being poor, right? Liz being poor is ridiculous too.
Yes. As a nurse.
She has
Absolutely.
she has a nurse, and she has a quartermain child, and Jason bought her house for cash.
Well, Jason had actually given her some like $5 million trust or something for Jake and Cam, and she blew it all on a bad investment.
Oh, see, that's why she's poor.
Yeah.
Kelly has left us. She said next week, I'm looking forward to talking about the episodes of the week, which is Kelly's way of saying you're not talking enough about what actually happened this week. And I love you, Kelly. Love having you here. Looking forward to you next week. But the truth of the matter is, there was only 3 episodes. What do you expect? What is there to talk about?
We did pretty good. I think we filled the time pretty well.
Yeah, we I think that we talked about everything that there was to talk about that actually happened in
and
the
then
show,
some.
right?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Am I missing something major? Because if so, I'd love to talk about it so nobody's disappointed.
Let's talk about. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but we weren't on the 10th floor yet. I kind of liked the way Friday started with the whole Sonny walking into the different places, because it was different. That's what I liked about it.
It was different, but
it's different. And I almost thought at the very beginning, because, they kind of did that 4 or 5 scenes of him walking into different places within the first 2 segments of the show, really the first segment of the show, really. But I thought, is this going to be a Mo episode?
We figured it out.
Mo episode, are they? I did kind of think that first.
And I also was wondering if they were doing like a time lapse one. Like sometimes they'll be like, this, and then they'll go earlier that day. You know what I mean? And I was wondering if it was something like that, but
I liked it though. I really grabbed my attention. I liked it. I liked that they didn't stick with that the entire episode.
Oh God, I would have
skipped it going.
I was worried that they were going to. I was sitting there and I was like, I'm watching this opening and I'm like, what fresh hell is this?
Is it just going to be the flip of just like Maurice?
Right? That's what I was saying. I'm like, seriously? Am I being punked?
That'd be so funny. They need to do that one day. That would be super funny. Oh my God, do that, General Hospital. Listen to me now.
It would send me over the edge.
Melissa, we actually
no one wants
that. We talked about that earlier. Sonny confronting Gladys. Rewind. You'll find it. Anna's new house. I mean, it's Valentin's house, not Anna's, because Valentin was like, you can't move in yet because of Charlotte. I know she's listening to us right now.
Yeah.
And Anna's scene with Robert, I mean, she told him, I don't trust him at all. He's always lying to me.
Yeah.
Well,
basically, it's what she said to Robert. He's always, he's lying.
How far we have come since Greenland, where they're dying together in the disease room. Now they've given all of that artsy fartsy romance to Spencer.
Yeah.
Just talking about art in bed. Ugh. I don't mean to be judgy. I just wouldn't be into him. That's all. That's just me. I wouldn't be into Spencer. It's just me. That's just me. Don't attack me. Please stay away from me with a knife. That's just me. Okay.
Well, Trina's very into Spencer. You're digging him a lot.
She even thanked the room. She even thanked the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like him a lot.
Oh goodness.
I was happy to see their New York trip actually happen, though. I thought for sure some hijinks was going to happen. They weren't going to get to go. But I'm glad they got to go.
They got to go and they got to have wonderful dinners, and they had room service, and I saw a show, and they did it a bunch, and just everybody's happy.
Matt, though, actually, though, Spencer's not a dummy, okay? Talking about art in bed was perfect.
Well, of course. I know he's not a dummy.
He's not a dummy. It would be like someone schmoozing you with Star Trek.
I don't know if I can be schmoozed by Star Trek. I don't find it sexy, but
not necessarily, but you would find it cool that they knew something about it.
Your brain is so smart, Matthew. You're so good at podcasting. Just everything that you have to say about General Hospital just makes me so happy. That'll work.
Gosh.
That'll work. I don't know. That's it. I'm going to turn my camera and microphone off. You guys can keep going, though.
Now, I was supposed to be at a family party at 2.
Oh, well, you should probably go to your party.
Oh, shoot. Girl,
Yeah,
you
I'll
met-
get there eventually.
Oh, I do want to correct myself from earlier because earlier on Days for Dummies, I said that James Lott Jr. didn't invite me to his telethon. But you know what? I looked in my
And he
email,
did.
and guess what? There was an invite in my email from him.
Well, see, Mom, it's not just you that he's ignoring.
I'm super busy.
I know, Matt. When is James?
Those Hulu series, those Peacock
his
series
thing
are
is
going
right
to
now.
finish themselves.
I know. I have to watch all these. I have to watch 10 hours of soaps now. Well, I mean, fewer this week. Lucky me, I was able to actually watch it.
Yeah.
If there are any Jason and Carly fans in the chat, you should really start watching Days. Harris and Ava, Steve Burton and Tamara Braun, they're heating up this week. They're so much fun. Trina's not getting pregnant. They're not knocking Trina up.
No. She's fine. She's fine. No
Maybe
pregnancies
in a
for
couple of
Trina.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll. Yeah. No babies for now. I think Ace is going to be it for a bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, and I saw teasers that there's going to be a paternity of Ace is going to come up, and perhaps it's not.
You know, some of those teasers and predictors
You
and
need to
spoilers are not
stop
true.
reading those bad sites.
Yeah, well, I never actually open them. I only see the sentence that,
The
Yeah.
headline.
The
I never
headline.
actually
And if
open
you
them.
did open it, it would say things like could, should, might,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
possibility.
There's a
Yeah,
chance
it's
that.
true.
Yes.
True.
I hate
And
those
I
sites.
know the websites that you guys write for is on fact.
Yes, we do
That's-
not
No speculation.
delve into any speculation or rumor, although we might, have some fun with some rumors on TN, but they will be clearly marked as such.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so TVEntertainmentNews.com, you can check that out as well. There's some activity happening there in the soap
Mhm.
world, so take a look there. You can also visit everybody at soapoperanews.net for the established and historical reporting by the wonderful Angela. Molly's Baby. Yeah, that'll be the next one. Molly's Baby. If we get that far.
Yeah.
She might have to.
Yeah, if we get a
Might
baby.
have to wait for a long time. I don't know. Blaze and Christina are going to make out at some point. You know,
Oh, they sure are.
that's coming.
Oh yeah.
That's coming. And that's it. We're getting on the elevator.
I think they're gonna make out faster than you might think, and it's not gonna be a slow burn as General Hospital usually has. I think they're gonna be kissing on each other next week.
I'm with it.
Maybe because they've had these random run-ins over and over and over and over.
I know, but Christina's going to be at the wedding, which I think is going to be happening all week.
Oh,
So
I think that's going to be like all one big long. I think all next week is going to be like 1, maybe 2 days
of soap time.
of soap time.
you think it's gonna be preempted?
No.
No, I'm saying that I think that every episode next week is going to span
just be
in the same day or two. Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, okay. A day is a week. A week is a day.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, I get it.
And Christina's going to be down on the island with Sonny and.
So in soap
they
time,
have to invest that much time because the big secret, the SCC secret's
Mhm.
got to come out at the wedding because all the juicy shite always.
It
comes
is, but
out at the wedding.
they're getting married.
they have
We know
rings
they're
on in a
getting
promo,
married.
Mom. They have rings on in a promo.
They had their rings on in their promo for Graceland.
Oh,
They're not thinking
So
about that stuff.
they are getting married and are married as of like shooting last week.
maybe it's gonna be like Portia though.
State
No.
of mind that Tuesday.
To
I
find
think
out
he-
right
I
after they're
think-
actually married.
I think this is the new, because Michael's finding out and he's going to tell Sonny. I think this is the new forgiving Sonny, or Nina's going to lie and say it wasn't her and Sonny's going to believe her over Michael.
Oh, that'll put a new wrench in their relationship if that happens. And Willow ain't gonna have nothing to do with her after this. And she had made so much headway too. Their relationship was not nearly fixed, but it was in repair mode.
Mhm.
Whatever it is, let's just not have it be more of the same. Let's just not have it go back to the same tension and argument that we've been having since Willow's entire illness. That's all I ask.
You're probably not going to get what you want.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll continue to remain uninvested in that particular storyline. And that is what I'll
But
say.
still watch it and not fast forward through it.
Well, yeah, so, how am I supposed to find little nuggets of enjoyment in something I don't like if I don't watch it?
Exactly.
Nina will move in with Valentine. I don't know who Valentine is, Melissa, but I'm out of here. All right, folks, get on the elevator. We're going back down to the first floor. We're going to set our radios in the parking garage, in our cars. Parking garage, all that kind of stuff. There's no real villain to really hurt us right now. We don't have to duke and jibe and hide from Shiloh or hide from Victor. We don't have to worry about the heartless ponytail lurking in the shadows somewhere trying to slip us some drugs. We can just go to our car, get in, and not worry about even checking the back seat in Port Charles right now.
Yeah.
Dr. Montague could be in that, he could be in that. No, he's not there in the parking garage. You sure?
He's in a holding cell.
Hanging out, decking.
He's in a holding cell.
No,
we don't got to worry about him anymore. Plus, he was always only just center focused on Sasha for some crazy, weird, obsessive reason.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're safe. We can turn on our cars. We can tune our radios to previous episodes of the 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you cannot find it on your favorite podcasting platform, you can reach out to me on Twitter at 10th Floor GH. That's us, actually, not just me. And you can join the conversation week after week after week after week. There on the Twitter, the X, whatever it is that you want to call it. You can also follow Angela, Brooklyn74. Also, soapoperanews.net with 2 S's at the end. Soap Opera News.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much news, we couldn't contain it in 1 S.
There has to be 2.
And that's soapoperanews.net.
Soapoperanews.net is the website. Soap Opera News with 2 S's at the end is the Twitter.
Yes.
You can also go to TVEntertainmentNews.com, as that is warming up with some really fun content. So check that out.
I'm working on my spoiler articles right now.
Boom. You can like this video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can leave comments. You can donate to the Super Chat, in which 15% of it gets given to attendanceworks.org, making sure that these kids go to school and stay there. It's good for the parents. It's a nice break. Got to worry about the kids for a few hours.
Or the nannies.
It's really awesome. So, donate to the show, and we will then in turn give that to attendanceworks.org. You can also go to buymeacoffee.com/10th floor. You can buy a Corinthos copy that way and help support the show. I would love to be able to get a new computer, you guys. That can come from you. From viewers like you. KQED. Whatever call letters you have for your PBS at home.
Where Sesame Street lives.
Yeah, mine was KQED. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm done talking. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next time. Oh, that's Angela. Sorry, I forgot about her.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm in a roll with this one. I've got an outro for this show.
I understand.
Catch you next time
she's got
what, Angela?
Oh, there we go.
We'll
catch you
next
next
time.
10th
floor. The 10th floor.
Oh, that was so clean, you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.